Actually, because she needs that mana regen. I have to admit, this mid lane for DK going a lot better than we both thought. He's going to keep in par with S4. They're going to have a battle for the rune. Dragon Knight gets the double damage. Nice stun, but he gets off a Spirit Siphon. Now Metpum comes around the backside. It'll be the end of the S4 Death Prophet. And I think it actually saved him there. At 8-2 charges, too.
Greed. Take my wild greed.
They're going to go in for more. That's another raindrop down. Ake going around the backside, but Seneko heals him with a Soul Rip, and now Ake in deep will die. He gets punished for his insolence in the Undying Tide, because they can't really kill the Abaddon unless he really messes up. Speaking of messing up, it's S4 in the mid. He gets stunned up. He gets brought down like a sack of brim. But you're right. I mean, I don't really understand the Abaddon pick in general here. Like, we're going to see the Primal Roar. There we go. Good rotation from the Bulldog. Metpum going to be chased down as well. He's already used his Magic Missile. I think they should be able to find this kill. Yep, Crypt Swarm will make it happen. TP in from Seneko. Soul Rip. Not going to be enough. He's going to have a few more decays. This is going to be a hard kill to get. They're going to have to commit deep for it, but they want it. Spirit Siphon, bringing him low. There's the decay. It's not enough. And Alliance get a huge team fight. 3 kills.
Or during that Ravage. But the question is, did they draft enough burst? Like, it's pretty much going to be Metamorphosis, right? Or stack stuns.
6 scan from Flipside. They see this smoke coming, and they guess it right.
Get out, though.
Ward comes down. Tame My Wild's just kind of hanging around. Primal Roar from Bulldog. Aphotic Shield to follow up. Quite a bit of burst damage. A Shotchlo now drops the Ravage. S4 getting low. That Exorcism not going to last long. Metpum getting low. It could still be an okay fight for Alliance. Shotchlo getting low off to the side. He'll be forced to back out. Ake tanking the zombies. Gets off a full duration freezing field. Barely healed up by EGM. They won Shotchlo. Oh boy, the Crystal Nova just falls short, and it's looking like a bad fight for Alliance after all. A 1 for 2 out of the gate, but it's not done yet. Abaddon will fall to the backside, and Ake will try to micro his way into the tree line, and it will not be successful. Going to end as a 1 for 4.
Timing that Alliance could be in there as well, just because it's only Ake showing up top for a little while there. And well, I mean, they see everyone else now at this point, but just that rotation.
Whoa, what a swap on the Bulldog. Last second as that TP was about to complete. Magic Missile follow-up. Heal onto Metpum as well as a Ravage from Shotchlo. Bulldog still alive. Gets off a Primal Roar. Tame My Wild will come in and finish him off with a Breathe Fire. Kill on Bulldog. They will transition this into a Tier 1 tower push, of course. But I think they were definitely hoping for a bit more with the Glyph to slow them down, mind you.
Yeah, and now, wow, this is a big rat play from S4. I don't know about this. They're still pretty scary. In fact, they're just going to TP out, and they might get a Straggler in Seneko.
Yep, there's no Ravage. Seneko, can they interrupt this TP? No, they can't. No stuns. A noble effort. They probably could have picked
That's a lot of heroes on the high ground.
Yep, here we go. How's this fight going to start, though? It's a Bulldog looking for the opening. S4 pops the ult. They go in onto Sedoy, but Seneko heals him up. Now the freezing field from Ake doing some pretty serious damage here. He's on the high ground. Seneko comes in to try to bring him down, but the damage is real. Terrorblade and Vengefall right away. Ake will probably die here. The slow actually keeps Seneko at bay. Oh my god, it's a 4-0. Yep, Slark going to pick it up just in time. This is Radiant Vision we're looking at, Dire Vision. Both sides have a lot of intel here. The Tombstone going to go down very quickly. Soul Rip not going to be enough to save it. Looks like Alliance will actually be able to stall this out. Without the Tombstone, Flipside are feeling much more hesitant here. Probably wishing he put the Tombstone on the south side rather than the north side. S4 now stunned. Tame My Wild can't connect with the Dragon Tail. Now they turn back onto Shotchlo. Primal Roar, if they can bring him down, it'd be huge. Swap allows him to get the Ravage off, but it doesn't connect on the whole team. Now Loda joins the party. Sedoy gets off the Sunder, but Loda goes into Dark Pact, and they should be able to kill him right after. It's Shadow Dance, not Dark Pact, but either way, he does survive, and Flipside getting run down. Shotchlo slowed up, killed by the Crypt Swarm, and it looks like Seneko will be able to TP out.
Play coming out from the side of Flipside Tactics. I think just trying to abuse that Tombstone near the Roche Pit and thinking that was going to be enough for your lineup, just... the vision of Beastmaster is so difficult to contend with. It's so easy for Alliance to start planning around this. So solid plays from him.
This game now way in favor of Alliance. It's about a 6-7K net worth lead, and we could see another fight break out. Ake gets initiated on. Compliments of the Tombstone. Metpum on the way in, looking for a stun. Will find it, but there's a lot of Dire heroes nearby. They might get Ake, but they should be able to find a few counter kills. They'll get the Tombstone as well as the Undying. Now Metpum trying to make it out. Swap onto one of the illusions. Cheeky little play there, but S4 on the hunt. Crypt Swarm connects. One more auto attack. They'll find it. And they trade 1 for 2, vastly in favor of Alliance. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tame My Wild initiated on. Bulldog looking for a solo kill. Necro units might still be able to finish him off. Armlet toggle. Looks like he'll be okay. Man, these pesky Necro choice this game. We'll talk about it in a moment, though, as it looks like a fight could break out mid. They put down the sentry ward. Loda needs to be kind of careful here, but he's just going to go charging on in. Seneko taking a lot of damage to start. They've already had to use the swap. Now Tame My Wild, caught by the Primal Roar, but the counter Ravage from Shochlo, it's not going to be enough. They've lost the Dragon Knight. S4 not taking any damage at this point, doing so much with the Exorcism. They'll bring down the Tide Hunter, and the rest of Flipside are in full retreat. The Atos slowing down Venge. No way for Metpum to get out. They're just going to let him go. Bulldog has his set sight on the high-value prize of Sadoy. He does still have a Sunder. Maybe can get it off to turn this around, but the silence comes out. Oh my god, right after the Manta. Perfect timing from S4. It'll be an entire team wipe just about. Vengeful Spirit being chased down by Crystal Maiden. Ake will secure the kill. What a fight for Alliance. Is this straight up the end of the game? There's no Ravage. They're pretty light on buybacks. One lane of barracks down for sure. I mean, they don't have Exorcism, but Primal Roar is up in 5.
Momentum. Like, it's so unlikely that they'll come back from this, but I don't think they'll get too many picks. They might get like 1 kill because they stayed for both, but
I mean, they might not tap out quite yet. Shochlo just backstroking around. Elder Dragon form.
That they're going to try and go and Tame My Wild, but they'll smoke up now. They'll head into the pit, and, well, they're going to be here in time because of the little bit of delay Alliance had.
Yep, and they will hold the Exorcism. Radiant have no firm intel, but Dire, they certainly know. S4 comes charging out of the pit. Ravage used only on 2. S4 still at about half health. Tame My Wild comes in. He gets off the Yules after the swap. It's a chaotic fight with BKBs popped to plenty, but S4 will be the first casualty. Roche still dies to Alliance. It's Loda that gets the Aegis. EGM just barely survives. He's already used his borrowed time. Again, Ake getting a decent ultimate off. It does get interrupted this time, but still, he does a fair bit of damage. All 5 still alive for Flipside. It's looking like a good hold for now. They've brought down the Aegis, load of BKBs, but it won't be enough to save him. He doesn't have a Shadow Dance. It's 3 down on the side of Alliance and flayed by at least 3 minutes.
Tame My Wild's going to find S4 up top here.
Yeah, they're going to go blow for blow in the jungle. It's Tame My Wild that's got all the friends nearby. He exercises for this. Wow. S4 feeling confident. He's just going to try and make as much space as possible as his team goes for the base, and he's actually doing an absurd amount of damage. Spirit Siphon's coming aplenty. He kills the Dragon Knight. It's actually S4 versus the world. He will die, but look at the enemy base. They've gotten a tier 3 tower down bottom. Sadoy pops the BKB, but takes a Primal Roar right away, and meanwhile up top, Loda as well as EGM are just going for the melee barracks, slow and steady. The rat plays from Alliance are real as Sadoy gets locked down in the bottom lane. Terrorblade will fall. He does have a buyback. DK doesn't. And they could potentially get Mega'd here. On the other side of the fight, Shochlo and Metpum not winning the battle against EGM and Loda. In fact, they'll actually lose Shochlo. He has a Ravage available, but no buyback. What a misplay from Flipside. Their base now completely crippled. Top lane of barracks destroyed. They'll smoke up. That was an awkward smoke. And 1 ranged barracks lives with 308. This one last fight to seal the deal. Maybe waiting for the Exorcism to come up. 25 seconds as Loda, he's hunting around, he finds Shochlo, say goodnight to your Kraken Shell. BKBs used, it's Loda that's going to pop his, almost bringing him down, misses the pounce, come on Loda, you can do it, he sure will. Now the Shadow Dance comes out to reset things, he's got teammates inbound, silence on to Tame My Wild, they're still looking to pursue, now Tame My Wild uses his BKB, oh no, that's not how you want to do it. S4 though gets swapped, he's got a Yules, he's got an Exorcism, he'll turn as he pops the ult, Metpum slowed down, hit by the Spirit Siphon. Tame My Wild without a BKB will try to fight on the high ground, but S4 taking huge damage from Sadoy. Yule's Scepter buys him a little bit of time, but it's not enough. This Terrorblade actually doing a lot of work here. He's going to get a kill on Ake, but now Bulldog comes in. Primal Roar, they get the kill. All 4 dead on Flipside, do not have a buyback, and they'll just call it. Their base starting to get pushed in. They get completely wiped. A climactic final fight as Alliance take the game and the series 30-19.
On the flip side, they certainly played a better game than I think a lot of people would have expected against Alliance, and they won 20 minutes of Dota today, and it was the first 10 minutes of both games, and so they can, they can take that, but unfortunately, it tends to be the latter half of the games that actually ends up mattering, so